Hello and welcome to the Other Books podcast series. Today I am going to share with you salient features of our book, Homage to the Departed. The book, written by Dr. Manjula Poyil, a historian who teaches at Kannur University, is a perceptive analysis of the funeral customs among the tribal communities in northern Kerala. Prominent Indian anthropologist Shireen Ratnakar has written a foreword to the book focusing on its relevance for anthropological and historical research. Why is this book so important to read? According to the 2011 census, there are 48 tribal communities in Kerala, of which 37 communities are scheduled tribes. Of the major settlements of these communities are the northern regions of Kerala. Dr. Manjula Poyil visited these regions as part of her research into their worldview and living system. The mainstream mainland communities living in townships and cities have a dim view of these communities. They hardly acknowledge them as humans. We have an array of adjectives in our repertoire to describe them: primitive, barbarian, uncivilized, and uncultured. But looking at one aspect in the way of living of these tribal communities, Dr. Manjula Poyil debunks all these notions. That one aspect is their view of death, as reflected in their funerary practices and treatment of the dead. She comes up with many insights into the lives of tribal communities such as Kadar, Iravalan, Chola Naiken, Katu Naiken, Paniya, Kurchiya, Mullukuruman, Adiyan, Kurumba, and Karimbalan, among others. The respect for ancestors and how their death customs are determined by their modes of subsistence and identity. The Hindu newspaper carried a detailed review of this book. The review highlights how the mainstream culture influences and destroys the intrinsic way of living of these communities by imposing them on extravagant funerary rituals. Let me read from the review. While the book laments that the entire tribal tradition is now losing its purity and originality as they are being fast Hinduized with animism giving way to faith in Hindu gods and temple-centered worship, it also notes that the tribes that are undergoing greater acculturation realize adverse impacts of some of their rites, especially expensive funeral rites, which cause heavy financial burden on them. This is about the book. You may buy this book on Amazon.in or mail us at otherbookspost.com or call us on the number 9895965678.